Well, good morning. Welcome back to the channel and thank you so much for joining me. It's been a few weeks since I last did any form of a review of any gear or talk about any gear, and I'd like to talk today about what I want to take on holiday. Now, my wife and I went on holiday to Greece just a few weeks ago, and I took with me the Z7 II, which is being used to film this, together with this lens, which I'd only just purchased at the time. This is the Z 24 to 200 f4 f4 to f6.3, and it proved to be an extremely good lens. I was very pleased. It was super sharp. Of course, it's very light. It zooms out, as one can see there. Apart from the fact that it's a variable aperture, going, as I said, from f4 up to f6.3, I think this is an absolutely magic lens, absolutely ideal for travel. And throughout all the photographs I took during that holiday, it gave exceptionally good quality results. No questions at all. My only limitation or concern was, of course, photographing in low light, in evening shots. And for that I took along the 50mm f1.8, which I think is also an exceptional lens, absolutely brilliantly sharp images, and of course going right down to f1.8, but it's good value as opposed, of course, to the f1.2 lens, which is a bit mega pricey. But this suited me very, very well. Very pleased with it. In a few weeks' time, my wife and I are off on another holiday. This time we're going to Africa. Part of that holiday will be to a game reserve, and obviously I'm hoping to photograph a variety of wildlife there. And we'll also be going to a number of different cities, residential areas, to gardens, and a variety of different locations. So the question is what to take. Well, first of all, being wildlife, the lens I'm going to rely on for that is this superb lens, which is the Z100 to 400. Again, a fairly recent acquisition. It's f4.5 through to f5.6. I've been using this and I've been very, very impressed by this lens. So that is a definite. Whilst I could of course take one of my 2.8 lenses, such as the 2470, which is being used on the 7 II to record this video, again I'm going to take the 24 to 200 because it is so lightweight and it's easy to carry around. It gives a good range, and it's just a good travel lens, I think. But the real question is what to use for the evening shots, low light shots around any of the cityscapes. Well, certainly for cityscapes, this lens, which I don't use very often, and I really should use it more often, is the Z14 to 30 f4. So first of all, absolutely no question, it is a super sharp lens and ideal for wide angle stuff around cityscapes, architectural work and so on. However, my question is whether f4 is really sufficient. So yesterday evening I went into Brighton and I quite deliberately took my Z9, which is the same camera I'm going to be taking out to Africa with us, and I only took this lens. And so what I'd like to show you now are a mixture of video clips and still images I took in Brighton at dusk yesterday evening as the sun was beginning to set. So you'll see a range of photographs, and really my whole purpose of doing this was to see whether an f4 lens was going to be suitable for the sort of things I'm likely to be taking in cityscape type scenarios and broad landscapes while we're in Africa in just a few weeks' time. I hope you find this useful and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks again for watching. Well, hi, I've come along to Brighton and I brought with me my Z9 and just one lens, and that lens is the 24 to, I beg your pardon, the 14 to 30 f4 lens. I'm really interested to see how this will perform as the light starts to fade. It's now 7:30 in the evening and we're in the middle of August, so it will start to get dark in the next hour. And of course most people would prefer to use something like a 1.2 or a 1.8, but let's see how well the f4 can produce in these sort of situations. That's the Theatre Royal in Brighton. As you're probably aware, we're in the middle of a drought, and as you can see, the grass here is completely parched. No sign of green on the grass whatsoever. Very sad. And now we're at the Brighton Pavilion. The sun is setting behind it, but still plenty of light. This is f6.3, 1/125th of a second, and ISO 140. Now I've stepped into Brighton lanes, which is full of all sorts of little nooks and crannies. Well, the sun's certainly setting now, and yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the performance of the lens so far, but of course the truth will come when I put it on the computer and have a look for real.